What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Meldrick Moment Extendo edition live. This is episode number 279. I'm your host, Yusuf Ali, but you saw that up there or down there or wherever. Anyway, let's just get the show started. A dude was in the Uber on his way to work, and the Uber driver was illegal, and they got pulled over by ICE, and it was funny because the ICE officer asked the dude for his ID and everything, the driver, and he was like, "Give me a second." And then the officer was like, "Man, give me your ID and registration." He's like, "Give me a second." And then the dude just got out immediately, the passenger, and then the Uber driver took off. So then the ICE people had a decision to make. And meanwhile, he like, "Well, I'm going to work. Here's my badge." He had on his uniform and everything, his reflective vest or whatnot. And I imagine when he get to work, he should get that 2 hours he gonna be late or whatever. That shouldn't come out of his check because he can show them the video that was on WorldStar. But anybody else, y'all can use the excuse, because that's a good excuse. My Uber driver ran from the ICE. That's a great excuse if you're late to work. But you might have to use your own PTO if you don't have a video. A woman and her boyfriend, her new boyfriend, they wanted to have a baby of their own because she had a baby from her previous boyfriend. And they was like, we want our own new baby, start off fresh, start over new and everything. Problem is, we got to make room for the new baby. So by making room for the new baby, they killed the old baby. And that is bad. That's terrible. Because you would at least think, can't y'all move something around? Like, can't y'all at least get rid of that second refrigerator or something before you go killing babies? Everybody making all those jokes about Spirit. Remember all those hack jokes and memes? And y'all thought y'all was so funny making all those Spirit jokes. Well, guess what? Spirit said, since y'all don't appreciate us, we ain't flying. Fly another cheap airline. Find another one. I bet you won't. And you know what? You will not, because all the other airlines decided to raise their prices because now they don't have to compete with Spirit like they was. So, guess who got the last laugh? Well, I guess y'all, because y'all don't have to ride on Spirit. But now y'all have to pay more for the same flight that y'all wouldn't have to pay for because Spirit was a thing. Well, it's still a thing. It's just not a thing as much. And I'm still going to use it. So shout out to Spirit. I don't got no problem with Spirit. It take off, it land, Other than that, smoke a blunt, get high, go to sleep. A New Jersey man became the first casualty of this new, so new that the scientists don't even know really what the hell is going on. It's a allergy caused by a bite from a tick. Now you get bit by this tick and now you're allergic to red meat. Which when I first heard it, I thought was some bullshit. I thought that was just something that big vegetarian was trying to some propaganda. Some Beyond Burger came up with something like that. But no, it's real. It's real. This dude died, and when you read the story, it said he got bit up on a camping trip by the tick, which is called a Lone Star tick, but he got bit in New Jersey. So I don't know where the Lone Star shit come from. Anyway, he said he thought he got bit by some chiggers. Turned out it was Lone Star ticks. And when I read chiggers, I was thinking what y'all thinking. He deserved to get bit, because that's not what he wanted to say. Anyway, so yeah, that's real. So yeah, apparently this thing bites you, and then now you can't eat hot dogs and steak and shit like that no more. So good thing they don't got nothing to get you allergic to chicken, because I'm just going to have to die. I'm not going to not eat chicken. A dude got arrested for the second time trying to smuggle a parakeet into Mexico. Now, usually people get arrested for trying to smuggle shit out of Mexico. He trying to take something into Mexico. And there was a Ironically enough, a parakeet that's native to Mexico, but I guess they don't have enough of them. And whoever wanted this one, you know, this dude looking at a $250,000 fine. That tell me he better be selling them birds for at least $1 million. In political news, which I don't like to talk about, but this was just funny. Trump done pardoned a few people recently, and one of them went right back to doing what he was doing when he got what he got pardoned for, which was Ponzi scheming. Well, how do you fall for a Ponzi scheme? Don't you know you part of a scheme if you passing out money and not getting none back? Shouldn't that let you know you in a don't do that twice? Anyway, so yeah, this dude, he got pardoned for scheming, got out, changed his name, and he's scheming again. So, you know, it ain't no quick turnaround. It's a high recidivation rate, and they say that's just with crackheads. So I imagine if you got people dumb enough to scheme off of all the time, because he got out and made another couple $100 million in like 6 months. So he know what he's doing. He just shouldn't be doing it. An 8-year-old saved his father from a heroin overdose, because before the heroin overdose, the father had the wherewithal to show the 8-year-old how to use Narcan in case he overdosed, which he knew he was going to overdose. Like, he probably knew it was the weekend. He just got paid or something. He had enough dope. He probably looked at his stash and was like, this is way too much dope for me to smoke by myself. All right, son, come here. Look, listen, I know this is going to be tough, but if you see me fall out and my eyes start, you know, bulging out my head and I'm drooling, take this and stick it in my neck or wherever the fuck you supposed to stick the needle. But, you know, save my life. And then at 8 years old, you gave that kid a lot of leverage. Because if it's between me and this Narcan and you dying, I'll stick you with it. But it's going to come with some conditions. We're gonna go get that PlayStation right after you wake up. All right, and otherwise you can shake all night, and I'm gonna get a whole bunch of PlayStations. The Vatican finally, after 4 years of asking them, returned some artifacts back to some Canadian natives, who, when they first saw it in 2021, was like, "Hey, that's our stuff, you know, like that's our shit. Why y'all displaying our stolen items?" And then they was like, "Stolen?" And they was like, "Yeah." And they was like, "These was gifts." And then the Canadians was like, "No, they not." And then it took them 4 years to be like, "All right, y'all can have them back," which is great news for, you know, other stolen, you know, civilizations and cultures and get their shit back. Bad news for people like me who really enjoy museums. But, you know, hey, man, get them their shit back. I mean, then again, I'm going to have to go to the countries that the shit was at to see the shit. Never mind. You know, okay, this one time, y'all get them their shit back. But y'all leave the Smithsonian alone, at least till we go out there. In a twist of, you know, horrible irony and, with a pun, a terrible pun, the coach from Last Chance U got shot at Last Chance U, which is to some people just a layup of a joke, but that's really bad. That's really bad. He was there trying to do good things at Last Chance U, and, you know, I guess he had a chance. See, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna fall for the trap. But yeah, he should have got out of there. You know, you can't be. That team ain't gonna go nowhere. The good news is, you know, Last Chance U was on Netflix. He got shot. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be some type of murder show documentary about this, and it's probably gonna be on Netflix. All right, feel good story of the week. We got another astronaut rescue. This time they wasn't up there for like a year or however long our the American astronauts was up there. These Chinese astronauts was only up there 9 days past, you know, they was only stranded for like 9 days past the time they was supposed to be back. The problem is they've been up there for 204 days. So if you've been up there for 204 days, I'm pretty sure by day 203 you ready to go. So they like, yeah, we leaving tomorrow, and then tomorrow come and they like, some shit done broke off the spaceship, and we don't know how long it's gonna take to fix, and we don't know how long we're gonna be out here. You're gonna be mad as hell because you signed up for the 204 days, not really wanting to do that. You probably was ready to go home around day 37, but now you up there, so you gotta stick it out. So now you're really ready to go home. So shout out to them getting home after being up there and stranded. I know they was mad. Man, I know they was mad. Because as a person that's not into science and physics, I'm mad at even the thought of going up there in the first place. Especially for 204 days. We go up here, look around, come back. Why the hell are we up here for 3, 4, 5 months? For what? For who? What is this for? What are we bringing back? What are we researching? Oh, yeah, you can. It's hard to breathe up here. Man, what the fuck? Go home.